Hello students, let us revise the chapter data handling and we will be discussing the questions from NCERT exemplar. Before we get into the exercise questions, let us recall the main concepts and the results in the chapter. The first concept is the information collected in terms of numbers is called data. Data are represented graphically to have a quick glance on them. Data available in unorganized form are called raw data. The number of times a particular observation occurs in a given data is called its frequency. When the data are large, they can be arranged in groups and each group is called class interval or class. A table showing the frequencies of various observations or class intervals of a given data is called a frequency distribution table. The upper value of the class interval is upper class limit and the lower value of the class interval is its lower class limit. The difference between the upper class limit and the lower class limit of a class is called the width or size of the class. The difference between the lowest and the highest observation is known as range. The grouped data can be represented by a histogram. Histogram is a type of bar graph where the class intervals are shown on the horizontal axis and the heights of the bars are shown with no gaps between them. Data also can be represented using pie chart or a circle graph. It shows the relationship between a whole and its part. There are certain experiments whose outcomes have an equal chance of occurring. Such outcomes are called as equally likely outcomes. We have learned empirical formula for probability of an event. It is given by the ratio of number of outcomes that makes an event to the total number of outcomes of the experiment. With all this basic information, we shall take up the questions of the exercise. The first, we have the objective type questions. Question 1 to question 35 are objective type questions. Height of among that, first question, the height of a rectangle in a histogram shows the width of the class, the upper limit of the class, the lower limit of the class, frequency of the class. And the right answer is the frequency of the class. When we do the histogram, we have so many rectangles and these rectangles gives particular frequency. If I say this is first frequency, this is second frequency, so it gives frequency of the class. Second question, a geometric representation showing the relationship between a whole and its part is a pie chart, or it is also called as a circle graph. Third one, in a pie chart, the total angle at the center of the circle is 360 degrees. It is a complete circle, hence it is 360 degrees. Question 5. Which of the following is not a random experiment? A random experiment is the one in which the outcome is unknown. We cannot predict the outcome. Here, tossing a coin, we cannot predict the outcome, so it's a random experiment. Rolling a dice, there will be six outcomes. We cannot predict which one will be on the top of the dice out of six outcomes, so we cannot predict it, so it's a random experiment. Choosing a card from a deck of 52 cards is also a random experiment. These three are random. Let's look at the fourth option here. Tossing a stone from a roof or roof of a building. This particular experiment, we cannot have any outcomes. It doesn't have any idea about the output of these experiments. So in this particular case, we cannot say whether it will fall on the ground. We cannot say about its outcome. Outcome, we can't say. So this particular experiment is not a random experiment. Question 6. What is the probability of choosing a vowel from the alphabets? We know that totally there will be 26 alphabets. Out of these 26 alphabets, 5 of them are vowels and 21 are consonants. These 5 are vowels and these 21 are consonants. Probability of choosing vowels is the 5 vowels out of the total number of alphabets. So 5 by 26 is the right answer. Question 7. In a school, only 3 out of 5 students can participate in a competition. What is the probability of the students who do not make it to the competition? Here, 5 out of 5, 3 students can take part. It means that 2 of them cannot participate in a competition. So 2 students out of 5 cannot participate in a competition. Therefore, the probability of this particular event is 2 out of 5. On further simplification, we get it as 0.4. This proves that option B is the right answer. Next, students of a class voted for their favorite color and a pie chart was prepared based on the data collected. Observe the pie chart given below and answer the questions 8 to 10 based on it. Observe this pie chart. Blue color 25%, red color 35%, others 6%, yellow 14%, green 20%. Which color received 1 by 5 of the votes? So here we really need to calculate these percentages in terms of fraction. Suppose if I go with the blue we have 25%, which means 25 by 100, which is 1 by 4 of votes. Same way we can calculate for the red, it is 35 by 100, 7 by 20. Yellow, it's 14 by 100, which is 7 by 50. Green, it is 20 by 100, which is 1 by 5. Others is 6 by 100, which is 3 by 50. So 1 by 5 of the oats are therefore green, hence option C is the right answer. Question 9. If 400 students voted in all, then how many did vote other colors as their favorite? If the total votes are 400, for others there are 6%. So 6% of 400 we need to calculate. It is 6 by 100 times 400. Two of the zeros will get cancelled. We get it as 24. Hence option C is the right answer. Question 10. Which of the following is a reasonable conclusion for the given data? 1 by 20th student voted for blue color. Green is the least popular color. The number of students who voted for red color is 2 times the number of students voted for yellow color. The number of students liking together yellow and green color is approximately same as those for red color. If you observe this particular pie chart, yellow plus green is 34% and red is 35%. So approximately the colors yellow plus green, which is 14 plus 20, which is 34, is approximately equal to 35. So on approximation note, we can say that option D suits as a reasonable conclusion. Question number 11. Listed below are the temperature in degrees Celsius for 10 days. These are the temperatures. What is the range of the given data? Range is the maximum observation minus the minimum observation, or highest minus the lowest. Here, since it is in terms of temperature, we need to find out maximum temperature minus the minimum temperature. Here the maximum temperature is 5 degrees Celsius and the minimum temperature is -8. So minus of minus becomes positive. We get it as 13 degrees Celsius. Hence option B is the right answer. Question 12. Ram put some buttons on the table. There were 4 blue, 7 red, 3 black and 6 white buttons in all. All of a sudden, a cat jumped on the table and knocked out one button on the floor. What is the probability that the button on the floor is blue? Here we need to find out the total number of buttons. So total number of buttons will be equal to 4 plus 7 plus 3 plus 6, which is 20. Since they have asked what is the probability that the button on the floor is blue, so the probability is 4 out of 20, which is 1 by 5. So option C is the right answer. Question number 13. Rahul, Varun, Yash are playing a game of spinning a colored wheel. Rahul wins if spinner lands on red. Varun wins if the spinner lands on blue. Yash wins if it lands on green. Which of the following spinners should be used to make the fair game? Here, observe the number of blue and number of green. On observing, look at figure 4. Here, equal number of blue, red and green is there. So it's preferable that option D should be selected. as a fair game because the number of colors is equal. Question number 14. In a frequency distribution with classes 0 to 10, 10 to 20, etc., the size of the class interval is 10. The lower limit of the fourth class is, when we continue this, 0 to 10 is the first, 10 to 20 is the second, 20 to 30 is the third, 30 to 40 will be the fourth. So in this, observe the lower limit is 30. Question number 15. A coin is tossed 200 times and head appeared 120 times. The probability of getting head in this experiment is, so the probability is 120 out of 200. One of the zero get cancels. For 3 times, for 5 times, 3 by 5. Option B is the right answer. Question 16. Data collected in a survey shows 40% of buyers are interested in buying a particular brand of toothpaste. The central angle of the sector of pie chart representing this information is, we need to find out the central angle. It's 40% of the central angle. So it is 40% of 360 degrees. So it is 40 by 100 times 360. One of the zero get cancels. One more zero get cancelled. 436 times is 144. So 144 degrees is the central angle. Question 17. Monthly salary of a person is 15,000 rupees. The central angle of the sector representing his expenses on food and house rent on a pie chart is 60 degrees. The amount he spent on food and house rent is, here it's 60 degree. So it means that it is 60 degree out of 360 degree. This should be multiplied to monthly salary, which is 15,000. On simplification, we get it as rupees 2,500. Option B is the right answer. Question 18. The following pie chart gives the distribution of the constituents in the human body. The central angle of the sector showing the distribution of protein and other constituents is, so here the protein is 16% and other constituents is 14%. So 16 plus 14 to be added, we get it as 30%. Therefore, it is 30% of 360 degree, which is 30 by 100 into 360. 0, 0 get cancels. 36 times is 108. So 108 degrees. Question 19. Rohan and Shalu are playing with 5 cards as shown in the figure. What is the probability of Rohan picking a card without seeing that has a number 2 on it? Observe 2 is present in 2 of the cards. So 2 of the cards out of 5 cards. So the probability is 2 by 5. Question 20. The following pie chart represents the distribution of proteins in parts of a human body. What's the ratio of the distribution of proteins in the muscles to the proteins in the bones? In the muscles it is 1 by 3, in the bones it is 1 by 6. Therefore the ratio is 1 by 3 is to 1 by 5, sorry, 1 by 6. This will be equal to 1 by 3 into 6 by 1. We get it as 2 by 1. This implies it is 2:1, option D. Question 21. What is the central angle of the sector representing the skin and bones together? Protein representing skin and bones together is the fraction are to be added up. LCM here is 30, so 3 should be added to 5. We get 8 by 30. Therefore, the central angle will be 8 by 30 times 360 degrees. We get it as 96 degree. Option D is the right answer. Question 22. What is the central angle of the sector representing hormones, enzymes, and other proteins? So it can be done like this. The portion representing the hormones and other proteins will be like 1 minus the remaining fraction, 1 by 3 to be added to 1 by 10 to be added to 1 by 6. LCM here is 60. If 60 is the LCM, we get 20 plus 6 plus 10. This will be equal to 1 minus 36 by 60. This will be equal to 60 minus 36 by 60, which is 2 by 5. Therefore, the central angle is 2 by 5 times of 360 degree. We get it as 144 degree. So option B is the right answer. Question number 23. A coin is tossed 12 times and the outcomes are observed as given below. Look at this. This is tail, this is head, tail, tail, head, tail, tail, head, tail, tail, head, head. The chance of occurrence of head is, count the number of heads here. In the first row we have got 2 heads. In the second row we have got 3 heads. Together we have got 5 heads. Count the number of coins. There are 12 coins, so 5 out of 12 is the probability. Question number 24. The total number of outcomes when a ball is drawn from a bag which contains 3 red, 5 black, and 4 blue balls is. Count the number of balls. Here the number of balls is 3 plus 5 plus 4, which is 12. So 12 is the right answer. A graph showing 2 sets of data simultaneously is known as a double bar graph. Question 26. The size of the class 150 to 175 is. We need to subtract 150 from 175. We get it as 25. 25 is the class size. Question 27. In a throw of a dice, the probability of getting 7 is. Since the numbers on the dice are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we don't have 7 on the dice. So the probability is 0 outcomes out of 6, which is 0. So option D is the right answer. Question 28. Data represented using circles are known as pie chart. Question 29. Tally marks are used to find the frequency. Question 30. The upper limit of the class interval 75 to 85 is 85. Question 31. The numbers 1 to 5 are written in separate slips. If one number on one slip and put in a box. Wahida picks a slip from the box without looking into it. What is the probability that the slip bears an odd number? Here, the numbers are 1 to 5. So total outcomes will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, of which the odd numbers are 1, 3, 5. Therefore, the probability of this particular event is 3 by 5. So option C is the right answer. Question number 32. A glass jar contains 6 red, 5 green, and 4 blue, and 5 yellow marbles of same size. Harry takes out a marble from the jar at random. What is the probability that the chosen marble is a red color? So red color, there are 6 out of the total numbers is 20. So it is 3 by 10. Option B is the right answer. Question number 33. A coin is tossed 2 times. The number of possible outcomes is. When the coin is tossed 2 times, there could be two heads. There could be one head and tail. There could be tail and head. There could be tail and tail. So totally 4 outcomes are possible. A coin is tossed 3 times. The number of possible outcomes is, it is 8. I had already discussed. There could be 3 heads. The option can be like this. Or it could be like this. So totally 8 outcomes. A dice is tossed 2 times. The number of possible outcomes are, it is something like this. There could be 1 and 1. There could be 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 1 and 4, 1 and 5, 1 and 6. Same way, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, and it continues till 2, 6. Like this, it is continued here till 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, and the last one will be 6, 6. You can try this. The meaning of 1, 1 is, on the first dice, it is showing 1 on the top. In the second dice, it is showing 1 on the top. The first time, this is second time. Like this, we have 6 rows and 6 columns. We have got 36 outcomes. So the outcomes are 36. With this question, I'll end the session. Thank you.